Today's story is called The Gruffalo. The Gruffalo is a big, bad monster which is brown with two sharp fangs, two horns, quite big eyes, and some teeth which are all over the place. He also has sharp claws, both on his paws, his hands, and his hooves, his feet.
But he has some, but some paws he fell down and it was dirty.
And he's got a scar on his knee where he seems to have fallen over and hurt himself. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. So let's start the story.
Oh, nobody's there.
Now, this story takes place in the middle of a forest. There's lots of tall
Who's
trees.
that for pets?
And on the path, we can see some footprints of a Gruffalo. We don't know it's a Gruffalo, but it is. And in the woods,
But the 3 footprints.
there are 3 footprints there. And there are also lots of little creatures, for example, an ant, a woodpecker, a butterfly.
Mushrooms.
There's a...
Mushrooms.
What sort of... And there's an insect. There's
Lots of mushrooms.
a green insect and some mushrooms. These ones are red with white spots, and these ones are brown. The red ones must be toadstools. Those are mushrooms. Some yellow flowers, and broadly speaking, higher up it's green because of the green leaves. Now we're going to start the story about what happens in this forest. A mouse took a stroll through the deep, dark wood. A fox saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. Good for what, do you think?
I don't know.
Good to eat, of course. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have lunch in my underground house. Now, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think would happen if the mouse goes in the fox's house? There's the fox's house. What do you think would happen?
He will eat him.
Exactly, it's a trick. You never believe a crafty fox.
I want to go but these are not mushrooms. And look here,
Those
the
are
white mushrooms.
Those are mushrooms, those are toadstools.
But these are white mushrooms.
Exactly, they are. So the fox said to the mouse, "Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have lunch in my underground house." But the mouse is not stupid. The mouse says, "It's terribly kind of you, fox, but no, I'm going to have lunch with a Gruffalo." The fox said, "A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo?" And the mouse replies, "A Gruffalo? Why, don't you know? He has terrible tusks and terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws." "Where are you meeting him?" asked the fox. "Here, by these rocks, and his favourite food is roasted fox." Hey, that's a good trick. He's telling the fox that Gruffalos like to eat fox. The mouse is pretending Gruffalos like to eat fox. Now that will really get the fox frightened. "Roasted fox, I'm off," said the fox. "Goodbye, little mouse." And away he sped to hide in his house.
I love you.
I love you too, my darling. And the mouse thinks, silly old fox. Doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo? Now, as you know, owls like to eat foxes too. So if the mouse meets an owl, he'll have to play the same trick on the owl. He'll have to pretend he's meeting a Gruffalo, and you have to pretend that Gruffalos like to eat owls. Let's see what happens if he meets an owl. On went the mouse through the deep, dark wood. An owl saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. "Where are you going to, little brown mouse?"
Oh,
Come and have tea in my treetop house.
I would have claws on.
Yes, owls have claws and a sharp beak to catch mice, and then a sharp beak to tear the mice to bits as it eats it. So the owl wants to take the mouse back to his house in the tree to eat him. So the owl says, "Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come and have tea in my treetop house." But the mouse isn't stupid. He knows if he goes into the house, the owl will eat him, so he replies, "It's frightfully nice of you, owl, but no, I'm going to have tea with a Gruffalo." "A Gruffalo? What's a Gruffalo?"
A Gruffalo?
And the mouse replies to the owl, "A Gruffalo? Why, don't you know?
Oh!
He has knobbly knees and turned out toes and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose." "Where are you meeting him?" asked the owl. "Here, by this stream, and his favourite food is owl ice cream."
Owl ice cream?
Have you ever tasted owl-flavoured ice cream?
What? Ah!
Yeah. But anyway, maybe Gruffalos like owl-flavoured ice cream, and if the Gruffalo could catch this owl, he'd maybe make him into ice cream, which when the owl hears that, the owl is very frightened and he flies away. "Owl ice cream? Twit-twoo! Goodbye, little mouse!" And away the owl flew. And I don't blame him for flying away when he hears a Gruffalo's coming. I would be frightened too.
But that Gruffalo is friendly.
We don't know that yet. The mouse thinks, "Silly old owl. Doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo?"
A snake!
Now we're going to see what happens.
After Gruffalo.
As you know, snakes like to eat mice, but not frogs. But snakes can live near the lake and pop out from all sorts of holes and things like that. And here we see the mouse walking down the road, and out pops a snake. On went the mouse through the deep dark wood. A snake saw the mouse, and the mouse looked good. "Psst, where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my log pile house." That's what the snake said. But the mouse isn't stupid. He knows that if he goes into the log pile house of the snake, he'll be eaten. So the mouse replies, "It's wonderfully good of you, snake, but no, I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo."
Oh?
And the snake's never heard of a Gruffalo, so the snake says, "A Gruffalos? What's a Gruffalos?" The mouse replies, "A Gruffalo? Why, don't you know? His eyes are orange, his tongue is black, he has purple prickles all over his back." "Sss," says the snake, "where are you meeting him?" "Sss." "Here, by this lake," says the mouse, "and his favourite food is scrambled snake." My favourite food is scrambled eggs. But the mouse says the Gruffalo likes scrambled snake. Well, that means the snake will be eaten by a Gruffalo. So the snake is not going to be very pleased to be around when the Gruffalo arrives. So I think the snake's going to run away. Let's see what happens. "Scrambled snakes. It's time I hid," said the snake. "Goodbye, little mouse. Good lies." And away the snake slid.
After is Gruffalo.
And the mouse says, "Silly old snake. Doesn't he know there's no such thing as a Gruffalo?" But who is this teacher? Who is this creature with terrible claws and terrible teeth in his terrible jaws and a poisonous wart at the end of his nose? His eyes are orange, his tongue is black, he has purple prickles all over his back.
But it's green. That's green.
It's a poisonous green wart on his end of his nose. Oh no, it's a Gruffalo! Help, help! Shouts the mouse. He thought there was no such thing as a Gruffalo, but there is.
But there's the horns and the black tongue.
I suspect this, we'll go to the next page in a minute, but I rather suspect this is going to be the end of the mouse, because he's now met a real Gruffalo, and I'm sure...
Not the egg. That will not be an egg of the house. The mouse won't eat him.
Well, don't Gruffalos eat mice? I don't know. Let's see what happens. Turn the page.
But I think you change mind.
Yes, Gruffalos do eat mice, because I'm reading it now. The Gruffalo says, "My favourite food," the Gruffalo said. "You'll taste good on a slice of bread." Look, so the Gruffalo looks at the mouse and says he's going to eat him on a slice of bread.
Look at the other page.
I haven't got there yet. "Good," said the mouse. "Don't call me good. I'm the scariest creature in this wood. Just walk behind me and soon you'll see everyone is afraid of me." "All right," said the Gruffalo, bursting with laughter. "You go ahead and I'll follow after." They walked and walked until the Gruffalo said, "I hear a hiss in the leaves ahead." "It's a snake," said the mouse. "Why, Snake, hello," said the mouse to the snake. Snake took one look at Gruffalo. "Oh, crumbs," he said. "Goodbye, little mouse." And off he slid to his log pile house. "You see," said the mouse, "I told you so. The snake is afraid of me." "Amazing," said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, I hear a hoot in the trees ahead."
What? The owl.
It could be an owl, and sure enough, it is an owl. "It's Owl," said the mouse. "Why, Owl, hello." Owl took one look at Gruffalo. "Ooh, twit-too, oh dear," he said. "Goodbye, little mouse, twit-too." And off he flew to his treetop house. So the Gruffalo thinks that the owl is frightened of the mouse. "You see," said the mouse, "I told you so." "Astounding," said the Gruffalo. They walked some more till the Gruffalo said, "I can hear feet on the path ahead."
I'm hungry.
Wait a second. "It's Fox," said the mouse. "Why, Fox, hello." Fox took one look at the Gruffalo. "Oh, help," he said. "Goodbye, little mouse." And off the fox ran into his underground house. "Well, Gruffalo," said the mouse, "you see, everyone is afraid of me. But now my tummy's beginning to rumble. My favourite food is Gruffalo crumble."
Huh?
The mouse said, "My favourite food is Gruffalo crumble." My favourite food is rhubarb crumble. But the mouse says he likes Gruffalo crumble. "Gruffalo crumble, Gruffalo crumble," the Gruffalo said, and quick as the wind he turned and fled.
Huh?
All was quiet in the deep, dark wood. The mouse found a nut, and the nut was good. And that, I guess, is the end of the story.
Look at the footprints.
I see. The footprints are those of a Gruffalo, aren't they?
Yes. The rock tip. It was there.
And that's the end of the story. And the mouse lived happily ever after. He was never again bothered by the snake, or by the fox, or by the owl, and certainly not by the Gruffalo, who thought that this mouse, who's very scary, likes to eat Gruffalo crumble.
What? Daddy,
Yes?
tell a story about the three
Are you talking about the three little foxes and the big and the big bad pig?
Yes.
Once upon a time, there were actually it was three little wolves. Once upon a time, there were three little wolves who lived with their mummy in a very small house.
But is the mommy the wolf?
Yep, And the mummy wolf said to the three little wolves, you're getting bigger. There isn't room in our house anymore. You'll have to go and build your own homes. So the first wolf built a house made of straw. The second wolf built a house made of sticks. And the third wolf built a house made of bricks. Well, guess who they met? They met after they built the houses, the big bad pig came and knocked on the door of the wolf, which was living in a house made of straw. And the little animal says, little pig,
No,
little wolf. Little wolf, let me in. But the little wolf inside said,
I did say that. I want the free.
So the little wolf said, no, not by the hair of my shin. So the big bad pig said,
goats. The free little goat's gruff.
oh, the Billy Goat's Gruff, that's a different story.
But I like it.
I know. Well, I finished the story because you wanted me to tell you the story about the three little big bad wolves. Three little wolves and the big bad pig.
No.
Oh, well, did I get it wrong?
Yes.
What was wrong with the story?
I would three little goats gruff.
Oh, the three little Billy Goat Gruffs. Are you hungry?
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's do some food. And everybody in all the stories lived happily ever after. And I guess you can say that's the end of the stories.